You've picked the proper time to get the proper information. This is the proper perspective. Welcome to the very first episode of the Proper Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Pete Proper, and with me is
Nate the Truth.
And on the phone, who we got?
Yo, what up? We got Big Steve from Chicago. What's happening?
What's going on, Steve?
What's up, Big Steve? Now, Big Steve.
Chilling.
Yeah. Big Steve is a huge sports fan and will provide some relevant insight today as a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here on the Proper Perspective Podcast, we want to use this platform to talk about some relevant news, but the main focus of this platform will be the in-depth analysis we will be giving on the unspoken topics that are truly the driving factors in sports. So with that being said, let's jump right in today, guys.
All right.
What's on the agenda today?
So the agenda today, we will focus on two NBA most storied franchises, and that's the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics.
Okay, now naturally, we're going to break down the current state and the prospects for the upcoming 2018-2019 season.
Okay.
But first, let's take a look at the past.
Okay, all right.
And let's talk about the significance of the Lakers versus Celtics for some of the kids out there who may not know about that.
Right.
What you think about that, Big Steve?
Yo, so check this out, fellas. I know you guys knew this, but for the people at home that didn't,
Right.
The Celtics and the Lakers are the two teams that have won the highest number of championships. The Celtics was 17, the Lakers was 16. They account for 32 of the 72 NBA championships in history.
Yes. Now that is very relevant news because we know that the Lakers and the Celtics have faced off a record 12 times in the NBA Finals. Once in the 50s, 6 times in the 60s, 3 times in the 80s, twice in the 2000s, with the Celtics holding a 9-3 edge in the NBA Finals. So this rivalry goes back to Bird, back to Wilt and Russell, Bird, Magic, Kobe versus the Big Three, and many more all-time NBA great players. But this upcoming season is starting to feel a lot like the 2007-2008 season, which ended with the Lakers and Celtics meeting in the NBA Finals for the first time in 21 years.
Now, is this the same 2008 season in which everybody was in an uproar about the trade?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let's rewind it before we get to that point.
Okay.
Let's talk about the chain of events that had to transpire for the Lakers and the Celtics to align in the NBA Finals.
Okay.
The first one was Ray Allen being traded to the Boston Celtics on draft night for Jeff Green.
Okay.
The second one was Kevin Garnett being traded to Boston, but we know that Kevin Garnett was supposed to go to the Lakers. So there's reports that saying Glenn Taylor and Dr. Jerry Buss, both owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves and Los Angeles Lakers, had a handshake agreement for a deal.
So the deal was handshook.
Yep, the players were already decided it was going to be Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum,
Right.
for Kevin Garnett.
So who intervened? Who stopped the gentleman's handshake?
Well, there's reports that Glenn Taylor was uncomfortable with Lamar Odom's off-the-court activities. However, I feel that there was a deeper force driving, and that was the force of the relationship with Minnesota Timberwolves at the time, president of basketball operations, Kevin McHale, and the Boston Celtics, president of basketball at the time, Danny Ainge. Now, Ainge and McHale played together with the Celtics and won championships together in the 80s.
Right.
I felt like Kevin McHale wanted to help his friend, Danny Ainge. Remember Boston? They were picking in a lottery.
So he called in a favor.
Now,
KG is involved in this. What is his take on it? What did he say out there?
That's a good point. The ticket did have, because the ticket was supposed to go to Los Angeles. He owns a home in Malibu.
That's right.
Now the ticket did provide some valuable insight on
interest that I had, knowing that trying to find the best scenario for myself, my family, basketball wise, this came out to be the best scenario. I do have a place in LA. LA is LA. I can't, knowing that Kobe's situation is up in the air, Phoenix, all those are beautiful places to visit and live. But when you speak on basketball, you speak on fans and how they feel about their sports here. I mean, it was a no-brainer. There was no way I was going to be able to go to another team in this league and have the true caliber players that I have. The staff. No way. There was no way that I was going to be able to duplicate that in anything. So I felt like I made the right decision for not only me but for my family.
And that was some interesting insight from the ticket on being traded to Boston versus being traded to LA. Fast forward, we have the big three: Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, joined by Celtic young players Kendrick Perkins, Rajon Rondo. Boston steamrolls the East. They had a 7-game series where they played Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Boston went on to represent the East in the NBA Finals to play the Lakers. Now the Lakers, their path to the NBA Finals wasn't as smooth.
Right.
Matter of fact, it was filled with drama.
And KG in the interview you just played,
Yes.
he alluded to that.
Yes.
He said the situation in LA with Kobe, he just didn't know. Right. So there's something to be said about that. Now it looks as though that the Boston Celtics has set the stage for themselves.
Right.
Now what did the Los Angeles Lakers do at that point in time?
Well, so it was drama filled this summer, starting with Kobe's trade,
Right.
the man.
Right.
And also requesting that Mitch Kupchak is replaced by Jerry West. As he said, he didn't trust anybody agendas in the organization. Kobe was getting ready to turn 29. He was getting ready to win. He didn't have time to waste. Now, despite all the drama, because Kobe, people forgot he dropped 40 on opening night versus Houston, but he got booed by the fans at the Staples Center because he had requested that trade. So despite all the drama heading to the season, the Lakers got off to a surprising start. Andrew Bynum started to emerge and realize his potential. We seen Jordan Farmar, Sasha Vujacic start to assist the MVP of the 2007-2008 season, Kobe Bryant.
That's right.
However, Bynum goes down with an injury in January, mid-January. 2 or 3 weeks later, January 31st, Lakers trade for Pau Gasol. Now let's listen to who they traded for Gasol. They traded Kwame Brown, Javaris Critton, Marc Gasol, who ended up being good, but at the time, no one knew.
No one knew it was not right.
He was I think he was the 46th pick in the draft or something.
That's correct.
And then some first round picks. So
that sounds shaky right there.
That sounds very shaky.
Because already off the bat, the Boston Celtics is ready. The Los Angeles Lakers, like you said, they got a good foot up.
Yes.
But then they need another candidate to help Kobe Bryant bring him to the promised land.
What stood out to me was that Minnesota required Lamar Odom and Andrew Bynum in a deal for Kevin Garnett. Why wouldn't Memphis require Lamar Odom and Andrew Bynum, or at least one of them, in a deal versus stacking the Lakers where you get all three bigs?
Right.
You got all of them together. Now that was heavy scrutiny from coaches like Greg Popovich and execs around the league about the deal.
Right. Now, why would they heavily scrutinize it? Because what was it that we didn't see?
Well, not only was it so lopsided,
right,
it was the players involved in the deal.
Right.
So just like the Wolves situation where they had a friend with the Boston Celtics, where the Boston Celtics had a friend in Kevin McHale, the Lakers had a friend with the Memphis Grizzlies by the name of Jerry West, the NBA logo, Lakers all-time great. Now West stepped down from president of basketball operations for the Grizzlies in 2007, but still held close relationships with the owner, Michael Heisley, and was also instrumental in recruiting his replacement. Ended up being Chris Wallace. Rumors started to fly that West facilitated the deal between the two teams due to his Lakers ties and close relationship with Lakers GM at the time, Mitch Kupchak, who also won titles with the Lakers in the 80s. Now Jerry West mentored Mitch Kupchak, so just like McHale and Ainge, Jerry and Mitch had a close relationship and wanted to help each other out. Let's listen to Jerry West talk about his relationship with Mitch Kupchak as he sat down with Bill McDonald, who's a Lakers broadcaster. I'm gonna load this up.
Okay.
Did Mitch call you to ask you about him a little bit more?
I don't participate in anything that
Even
Memphis.
if it's a friend. Just, hey, Jerry, you're my friend. I mean, Powell was your guy. I mean, what am I getting? What am I getting here with him?
I talk to Mitch infrequently. We don't talk very much, okay? We don't.
That's strange. That's strange.
Now Jerry sounded very defensive.
He did.
He went on to have a few more comments.
Is he in? that he's in? Has he been hamstrung the last few years about making the decisions that he wants to make? Are there too many voices there?
I can't. I don't know that. I have very little contact with anyone in the Laker organization. I feel like an outsider, and I should be an outsider, even though I've been there that long.
Not only you been there long, but you're the logo, right?
You're the logo, and if you've been to a guy, you're gonna have a relationship with them. Now, this is
right.
Let's be clear here. This is how business is conducted in the NBA. See, in 2004, when the Lakers traded Shaq, where did they trade him? To Miami.
That's right. Wait.
Who was in Miami?
Wait, Pat Riley. Pat Riley was the coach of what?
The Lakers in the 80s.
Come on, no. Come on. So this is like a big fraternity, right?
This is how it's done. Let's look at last year where Paul George requested to be traded to the Lakers.
Right.
However, Kevin Pritchard, GM for the Pacers, has a close relationship with Sam Presti, GM for Oklahoma City Thunder.
Right.
There's no Laker deal there. I'm sending them to my boy. If we can't have him, my boy gonna have him.
Right.
Now, the Lakers went on to meet the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Let's take one more listen to Jerry West and see.
This is after he said that he didn't have these close dealings or relationship with Mitch.
Correct.
However,
this is 4 months later,
in front of everybody,
at the trophy ceremony when the Lakers won the Western Conference Finals. Let's listen to what Jerry West got to say now.
Yeah.
But for me to present this trophy to one of the most incredible people that I've ever been associated with in my life, Mitch Kupchak, and I'm so happy that I'm able to present this championship trophy to Mitch and to the entire Laker organization.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Not only did he present that trophy to Mitch, you the reason he got it.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Now he said he respects this man, right?
Right.
And now but in a previous clip, when clearly, when they registered and said, "Hey, wait a minute, this is your man's." So you mean to tell me you had no conversations with him, didn't say anything about, "Hey, we got us one."
So I want Big Steve to jump in, but before he do, I want to talk about the similarities now. So let's go back to how we started, how I believe history is repeating itself.
I see.
We see the Lakers acquire Pau Gasol.
Right.
We see KG.
Right.
Go to Boston. What have we seen over the last 2 years? Who did Boston acquire, Nate? Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward.
That's right. Oh, okay.
So now they're getting ready to go join some young guys.
Right. So you know what? How many years has it been that Danny Ainge helped build the Boston Celtics back up?
It's been Boston's rebuilding process has been almost seamless.
This is the most impressive.
He did a good job at going to get Brad Stevens.
That's what I'm saying. So it looks as though Danny Ainge has set the stage. Now
there's one more thing at play here.
What's that?
Anthony Davis. See, the last piece to complete this puzzle to where the similarities are parallel will be a mid-season acquisition for the Lakers. See, LeBron's going to join a young core. Remember how Bynum blossomed? Fall Martin. They're hoping Brandon Ingram blossom. They're hoping Kyle Kuzma pop up, and they're hoping that the mid-season we can go get Kawhi Leonard.
This is mirroring 2008, but let's flip it, right? It's like Bizarro land. So it's like the big three happening for the Boston Celtics. Now, with the King going over to the Los Angeles Lakers franchise, it looks as though this is their take on the 2008. This is them doing it all over again.
But let's talk about AD. You know what that rhyme with? KG.
That's what I'm saying.
So we know that Boston's been in heavy pursuit of Anthony Davis for years. They've acquired all these assets just to go get Anthony Davis.
That's right.
But we know Anthony Davis did something recent. He fired his agent. He getting ready to sign with who?
Who's that?
Clutch Sports. Who run Clutch Sports?
Wait. Isn't that LeBron's man?
Rich Paul.
LB.
Okay.
Chris Paul. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Rich Paul. And check this out.
Is this happening all over again?
So now we got a bidding war for the Lakers and the Celtics to go get an all-pro big 7-footer. Just like Kevin Garnett was, all NBA defensive, all NBA team guy. These guys play alike.
See, and this is what the media haven't covered just yet, or if they did, it wasn't brought out to light. So pretty much what P is saying, He's giving us a proper insight into this, saying this much. When LeBron James made his decision to go to the Los Angeles Lakers franchise, it wasn't just the house. It wasn't just his brand. I think the plan was
a potential plan is like you're saying.
I think it's more was just that it was just the whole potential. Like,
you know what caught me? Mm-hmm. LeBron said, "I'm happy the Lakers decided not to trade any of the young core yet." So he said yet because everyone thought he was going to demand for Kawhi Leonard to be in LA before he signed.
Right.
He didn't.
Right.
He said yet. Maybe he knows there's a bigger play here.
That's right.
2 months later, not even 2 months later, a month and a half later.
That's right.
Anthony Davis fired his agent and signed with Clutch Sports. I think where there's smoke, there's fire, man.
Right. However, I want to bring it to light too. So Kobe Bryant, of course, made mention about King James coming over to the Los Angeles Lakers franchise. However, there was heavily scrutiny with Kobe Bryant fans.
Well,
right?
Well, yeah.
And what for? What's this about?
Well, there was backlash. Let's slow it down. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about first what Kobe's doing.
Okay.
So I feel like Kobe is setting the expectation that, hey, no more excuses, championships. So everyone's saying LeBron doesn't have a lot of help in Cleveland. Kobe said, just find a way to win. So let's talk about that. Let's transition into the expectations.
Just find a way to win.
Just win. Win.
Yeah. But
Big J Rock said.
That's right. And this is the redemption, right? This is the redemption of the Los Angeles Lakers franchise. You know this. You know what? I can see it right now, P. That is the song they're gonna break out in the playoffs, right? This is foretelling something. But before I continue let's jump
into the Kobe expectations for the Lakers this upcoming season. Yeah. So we know the Lakers. We know that they signed LeBron.
That's right.
Should we expect this team to go to the NBA Finals this season? Currently constructed.
This season, no, but back into the playoffs, yes. However, remember when Kobe Bryant, like you said, back in 2008, they didn't expect the Lakers to do well even then.
Ding, ding, ding. You just putting it together. Let's listen to what Kobe.
Let's do that.
Expectations are for the Lakers now that LeBron James is on board.
And then there's this like crowd of people that are like, well, you don't need to win a championship. Well, you're asking me. We have to win championships. This is why we play. This is why we're here, is to win championships. And he wouldn't have came here if he didn't expect to win championships.
See, Kobe is a shrewd operator. See, he's gonna support LeBron,
right?
Because remember, this is on the heels of his fans destroying the murals of LeBron that said "King of LA." So now he has to put on the unifying front, but at the same time, he said, no, you got to win championships. Let's listen to Kobe. Also went on. This is a common theme with Kobe. This was the interview he did with Rachel Nichols back in July.
Okay.
And maybe an Oscar in the trophy case also. Well, to me, it's just really simple. Wherever you play, the object is to win championships. That's it. End of story.
What Kobe say? Win.
Championships, and that's the see. So LeBron James, I believe, was the piece of the puzzle that they need to bring in talent, right? Okay. To bring talent back to LA, right? So you need that star player. Yeah. You need that name. Again, the reason why the Kobe Bryant brand was so huge is because the international success that the Los Angeles Lakers brought for the NBA.
Correct. Now, before we hit to that point, cause I see where you're going. You moving it. Let's talk about should Kobe fans, because I think this is rough. Should they embrace LeBron, or do they have to embrace LeBron? And should I say Kobe / Lakers supporters? Right. Because they align. Jeannie Buss came out and said, if you're not happy that we signed LeBron, that the Los Angeles Lakers signed LeBron James, then you're not a Laker fan, which I think is flawed. Big Steve, what did you think about that?
So check this out, man. I was thinking, so I'm trying to see the correlation. Kobe's fans not liking LeBron,
right?
And the only thing I can think of is Kobe was definitely hard nosed. Get in there, do what you got to do, win championships, play ball, hurt, come out, play with broken ankle, whatever you got to do, but I think the problem that the fans have now with LeBron is they don't see that fire from him like Kobe had. They don't see that chest out, do whatever you have to do, break your back to play as Kobe did. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're defacing this mural and not giving them time of day. Plus, I think they kind of think LeBron is Hollywood, not in the sense of he's in Hollywood, but in the sense of he could care less what goes on as long as he make that money or go do his shows or whatever he's trying to build his brand into.
You bringing up some valid points. You bringing up some valid points. Let's break that down, because some people are questioning, did LeBron come to LA to win? We know he just recently signed it. He's going to be in Space Jam 2. He's making movies. He's doing deals. He got TV shows. Will his focus be basketball? That's a great point you brought up, Big Steve.
Yeah, thank you. I wonder, and I think to myself, like, when is it going to come out that LeBron's saying, hey, I need some more help, or who else do I have here to help me? Because to be honest with you, I like LeBron. I do. You know, he's a good basketball player.
Right.
Help.
But
right.
Yeah. I don't see that fire, man. Myself, actually, I don't see that fire.
You hit it on the head, because he like to call for help, don't he?
He does.
Give me more. Give me a playmaker. Hey. Well, let me say this real quick, Nate, before you jump in. I think the origins of the Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, right? I feel like the rivalry between Kobe and LeBron is more so with the fans. See, I think the fans perceived, they felt like Kobe didn't get his due when he was in his prime. 2006, he averaged 35 a night. He went on to score 50 points in 4 straight games.
That's right.
He didn't win MVP.
Right.
People around the league were saying LeBron James was the best player in the NBA, when it was clear Kobe had the better skill set. He was still young and in his prime, and he was accomplishing a credible feat.
That's right.
Then we go fast forward to the public commercials and things of that nature. Go ahead.
What I reference that to is, just think of rap right now. So you got all these guys just coming in the game. They already getting these accolades and Grammys and stuff, and people that's been in hip hop is not getting this respect. So that's how I kind of think Kobe thinks of the situation. Like, man, dude, I put in all my work. I did all this stuff, ball championships, and you just come in, or the fans at least, you just come in and you the king of LA already? No, it don't work like that. That's kind of how I feel the fans are feeling about LeBron being there.
Right, and he's coming into Los Angeles in the 16th season.
Yeah, it smelled like Steve Nash a little when he came and got hurt. He was old.
There you go.
But I think nevertheless, Kobe / Laker fans, it behooves them to support LeBron and root for him.
That's right.
Because this not contending for the Lakers has to stop.
Right.
We have to hope LeBron heart, body, mind is in the right place, and he's able to contribute. Right. Because right now, the young minds are being captivated with the success of the Golden State Warriors.
That is correct. And Los Angeles had to make a move, because if they wait too long, guess what? Think
about kids who are 12 and under, 12, 13. They can't remember a time when the Lakers were great.
That's right.
Lakers been doormat. They missed the playoffs the last 5 seasons.
That's right.
During that time frame, the Golden State Warriors have won 3 out of the last 4 NBA championships. They got a 2-time MVP back-to-back, Stephen Curry. Kevin Durant, regarded as some say the best player in basketball, decides to sign there over the Lakers.
Right.
They go along with Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and now they just signed another All-Star. See, what the Golden State Warriors are now, is what the Lakers used to be. See, the Lakers used to get all the great players. They used to have the MVPs.
No, that's right.
And not only is Golden State closing in as far as on the Lakers, as far as captivating the hearts and the minds of the fans, they're closing in on value.
That's right.
As far as organization, they're very similar right now. So you can love Kobe and LeBron, if you're Laker fans, LeBron will never surpass Kobe as a great Laker great. They have separate legacies.
That's right.
So at this point, I want to transition into
the expectations of the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
All right. Let's get into that. So right now, we have a team that looks great on paper. Right.
Okay.
This is the fear. Now, the B squad took over and became the A squad last year.
Okay.
Right. They did a terrific run, but they didn't make it. They fell short.
Yeah.
But guess what? Kyrie is back.
Yeah.
And then Hayward is back.
Yeah.
Problem. Because of Rozier, right? Because of Tatum and because of Jalen, right? Will they get the same minutes? Right.
That's a great point you're bringing up. So team chemistry could be a potential issue.
That's right.
We know that Jason Tatum was a third pick in the 2017 draft. Jaylen Brown was the third pick in the 2016 draft. Gordon Hayward was an all-star for the first time in 2017. And by the way, he signed a fat contract.
That's right.
4 years, $128 million.
That's right.
He went down with a gruesome injury.
Right.
It was hard to watch. The first game
Right.
of the 2017 NBA regular season.
That's right. Right.
With that being said, let's not forget that Kyrie Irving was hurt, so Terry Rozier got the spotlight. He got the shine. He got the boogie.
That's
move
right.
and groove.
That's right.
He went on to average 16 a game in the playoffs last year.
That's right.
He just signed a big deal with Puma for endorsement. I'm sure he ready for his shine.
That's right.
His light to shine bright.
And you gonna cut these men's minutes?
So that's gonna be an interesting dilemma to where because this is a positionless league now.
Right.
So I know that they all categorize the small forwards if you're talking about Hayward, Tatum,
Right.
and Brown. But can you play these guys all together, particularly at the end of games?
Right.
Is that enough size?
Well,
and another question will be, who's going to be willing to suppress their individual stats?
That's right.
Not everybody can average 18, 20 a night.
That's
Not
right.
everybody can go to the All-Star game. All these young guys are talented, but someone will have to be the ideal team player and say, I'm cool with 6 shots and playing defense.
That's right.
In the media, because the media going to say, man, you're the third pick. How come you're not doing more? It's only one ball. What you think about that, Big Steve?
So check this out, man. The Celtics, they got 9 guards on their team right there.
Right.
9 guards. And everybody else, like you said, everybody can play that position or they can just move around and do different things. But who's going to take that back seat, man? I know Hayward's coming back, like you said, $31 million a year. He's getting paid more than Kyrie. More than Kyrie. What has he done to me, actually? What has he done?
That's right.
More than Kyrie has done. Kyrie's won a championship. Gordon, he's been in Utah, lighting it up, but he hasn't won a championship.
Timing is everything.
Right.
Yep. So he's going to try to, come back and take all the minutes, him and Kyrie. But you got all the other dogs that came up, like you said, the B squad in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
They're going to be one that time where they're going to start to, you might start to hear little chirps of, man, dude, I'm not getting these minutes. Can I go somewhere else and get these minutes? You can get rid of me. I'll go trade me to somebody. I can go somewhere else and play. You saw what I did last year. Now you're not letting me play because, Hayward's back.
Right.
Another underlining. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say another underlining factor because you're bringing up great points. Well, it could be a potential rift with Kyrie Irving. He declined to sign this extension. Financially, it's the best decision for him. He can get more money next summer.
Right.
But there's talks about him potentially teaming up with Jimmy Butler or going to the Brooklyn Nets or the New York Knicks or the LA Clippers or just going to the Knicks to go play with Kristaps Porzingis. Could we see Boston flip him midseason if they're afraid he may jump ship and they try to get something back for him? Ainge always, that's Trader Ainge.
Right,
She always
right.
gets something back for him.
But we do got a soundbite from Terry Rozier where he speaks about this.
I really don't care. The league is watered down at this point. Everybody is making different moves. I'm only worried about the Boston Celtics. I'm not worried about LeBron James, Lakers, Cavaliers. Just trying to figure out how we can get better, going early, and we can make it to the promised land. Obviously, we good on paper. We gotta get it together and make sure everybody come in and have the same mindset. But I feel it's gonna be a special group.
And so pretty much essentially it's him testing exactly what we're saying. The waters, what they're saying about Boston. Again, Boston, because of LeBron James leaving out of the East, this is pretty much a setup and serve for the Boston Celtics to definitely make it back to the NBA Finals, right?
Right.
So
well, there's so many parallels with the 2007-2008 season. You know what I mean, as far as just talent.
Right.
And how it's been placed together.
That's correct.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this all come together, like you said.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the second potential issue then for Boston, which could be health. We see Hayward go down with that gruesome injury game 1. We talking about someone that's getting injured. In order for Boston to make it to the NBA Finals, they need Kyrie Irving to be healthy. He missed the last part of last season's run. He missed a total of 22 regular season games last year. He missed the entire playoffs. But he's missed a lot of time over his career. Remember, he only played 11 games at Duke. Over his NBA career, he's missed 116 games over 7 seasons. So he's injury prone. Can he hold up? Will he be fully invested, as we talked about, with him potentially maybe jumping ship after the season? That's going to be key factors, man. What do you fellas think about those things? Big Steve.
You know, I don't know, man. With Kyrie, when he came out of Cleveland, I know he wanted to get his own team, and I'm not sure if Boston is the place where he wanted to go to get his own team. But then, as they added the other pieces, it kind of makes me think: is he, like you said, is he still invested? Does he still want to go to another team so now he can call this his own team? Just him being by himself. But I hope he knows that he needs people to help him do that.
Correct.
I feel as though because of them getting to the playoffs and he sees it, and he saw how far they got, he could see this as potential as, hey, man, they didn't make it. I can be that anchor to get them and push them over, to get them there.
Yeah, I think another key factor will be, remember, he didn't choose the Boston Celtics. He was traded there.
That's right.
So Boston Celtics weren't even on the list of teams he gave Cleveland.
That's right.
To the teams he wanted to be traded to.
Right.
So when he's a free agent now, he puts his destiny in his own hands.
Right.
Which is his right.
That's correct.
And we're going to see where his heart is.
However, you know what, guys, I see? And this is a great story to have in the future. Kyrie Irving was a Cleveland Cavalier under the spotlight of LeBron James.
Dun, 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 dun.
Requests to be the man. So he leaves, go to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Gets hurt, come back triumphant. And guess who gets to play for the rival of the Boston Celtics? The guy that he played under. That shadow, LeBron James.
So we're looking at another renewal of the Lakers and Celtics. Potentially.
I'm just saying, you could write the Hollywood script right now.
I think for this season, it's a long shot.
Right.
Because the Golden State is just so strong.
Right. They are. However, like you said, and you quoted before off camera, it's a twist of the ankle.
Yeah.
Right? Or a tear of this.
Right.
Away from being the team to win it.
That's right.
Right. So, it's all possible. Now, anything's possible.
Yeah. Now, at this portion of the podcast, we're going to give our quick takes. So, this is going to be more relevant news.
Okay.
Let's jump into the Jimmy Butler situation before we get out of here.
Wow.
Now,
Jimmy buckets.
Now, we know Jimmy has been drama.
Jimmy like drama.
So, should a team want to trade for Jimmy Butler, seeing that he's had drama with Rajon Rondo, Derrick Rose in the boys' locker room? He come to Minnesota. He can't get along with Towns and Wiggins.
Right.
What do you think, Steve? Would you trade for Jimmy Butler? Sorry, because remember, he can be a free agent at the end of the season. He can leave for nothing. Do you give up assets with his wild card personality?
It would be tough. Now, I'm from Chicago, and I love Jimmy Buckets, the way he came up. Hard-nosed story. He was homeless and came up to be a beast in basketball. But to be honest with you, what has he done? Has he led the league in anything?
No.
Has he? I think he was All-Star maybe once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since he's been there. So it would be very tough if I was another team to give up some high picks or some assets.
You hit the hit on the head. I was gonna say, how much do you give up for him if you trade for him? Do you give up a current All-Star? Do you give up some picks? What do you give up? Seeing that he can just bolt in a few months.
That's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Depending on who I am. Now, if I was a team that's ranked number 28 or something, maybe I would, just to get some people in the seats and then pay somebody for some tickets. But anybody that's a contender, I probably wouldn't.
Let's do an example, because there were 3 teams on this list. It was the Brooklyn Nets, there was the New York Knicks, and then LA Clippers. There's a theme there. They're all in big markets, those teams.
Right.
So if you're the Clippers, let's say, did you give up some of your young assets, some of your young draft picks, and maybe he doesn't mesh well with Doc. Right. Maybe he doesn't mesh well with some of the players on the team. He can leave.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, he may like your girlfriend. I'm just saying.
It's going to be interesting to see how that transpires. Another question I think is key is who fault is this? This is what we got to really break down. Because Thibodeau decided on draft night to give up some key players.
You're right. You're right. You know what? Is he comfortable being the Bulls coach? And let me
or the Wolves coach?
No. The Bulls coach. Let me explain. Let me say the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me explain it.
Yeah.
So you got Taj Gibson.
Yeah.
Right. You got Jimmy. You got D Rose back into the freight. Right.
Yeah.
And guess who else is coming back?
Who?
Luol Deng.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you know what? I heard somebody. I heard they were looking at Joakim, dude, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the moves that he made, I mean, was this essentially to start anew and bring forth a new franchise, or is he stuck in the past? Say no, the team that I had back.
I thought it was ill intent, and this is the reason why I had criticism for the LeBron James move. I felt like the timeline of Andrew Wiggins,
right,
Karl Anthony Towns, these guys are entering their 20s and they're learning how to win.
Thank you.
Where Jimmy want to win, he's getting ready to go in his 30s.
Right.
He want to win championships now. So I didn't think that was a good alignment, considering they gave up Laurie Marketing, who was a lottery pick, who could have been a player who stretched the floor for the Timberwolves.
Right.
They gave up Zach LaVine, who had a great relationship with Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins.
That's right.
We didn't have to worry about no personality issues or any clashing there.
Right.
They gave up Chris Dunn. The jury's still out on Chris Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, he was a lottery pick, and they gave up a lot of assets. And now if they have to trade Jimmy, I doubt they're going to be able to net that in return.
Right, exactly.
So it's going to be interesting to see what transpired as far as the Jimmy trade. I'm of the belief that it's going to be probably in December when he's moved. During that time, you can trade free agents that were signed this offseason. So I feel like it's going to be sometime in December, a little bit before Christmas, we see a deal with Jimmy.
Right.
I just think this is Thibodeau's fault.
It is. And this is terrible because the Timberwolves look like they can rival in the West.
Yes.
And, I mean, go ahead.
You know what, P? You actually, I was thinking about one of the points you said about the Clippers. Who is Jimmy Butler's best bud? Mark Wahlberg.
Oh.
Where is he living at? L.A.
Okay.
So you never know, man.
Get some of the Wahlberg burgers.
Oh yeah.
Or get in the movies.
Go right on over there.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Because Jimmy liked movies. Right? Yeah. He was in the movie.
Jimmy liked to talk about Jimmy like this. Jimmy likes this.
That's
Jimmy
what I'm saying.
like that.
Yeah. That's sad though. And the potential that they had. I mean.
It was flawed from the beginning.
It was.
I think the reason why it was a bad trade is because you only control him for 2 years.
That's right. That's right.
After that, the destiny is in his hands. If he don't like it, he can bolt. And you gave up so much for him.
That's right.
And he was known to be a wild card in the past. When you get 27, 28, 29, you are what you are.
That's right.
Your personality, how you move, how you see, you can learn and evolve. But for the most part, we know guys are. So I don't know what Thibodeau expected.
Right.
But I felt like you had brought up a good point with all the players that he signed from Chicago.
Yes.
It's clear that Thibodeau was trying to get guys he trusted.
There you go.
Because he's on thin ice in Minnesota. So I thought he was putting his boys around him to make sure. But those sort of things don't work out well.
It doesn't.
Especially with the youth.
Right.
Because they're saying in Chicago, we did it like this.
Right.
Man, Andrew Wiggins and Carter, they're not trying to hear what y'all did in Chicago.
Right.
They're going to say, man, how many championships y'all won?
Exactly.
Oh, y'all didn't win no championships? Oh.
Right. And you played 50 minutes in the playoffs?
Right.
So what, I was supposed to wear myself out?
Hey, keep going. Thibodeau.
All that yelling. Yeah. And that's
It's good you guys bring up that point too, because some of the reports that's the reason why Jimmy wants out of there is because Wiggins and Towns are not, they're young, they're not hungry yet.
But see, he's that veteran that's supposed to get them involved. So it's something wrong with Butler. Like, usually when you bring that veteran presence, they're supposed to look up to him, and he's supposed to be less, more giving is what I'm saying. More understanding, more, hey guys, what are you looking for? Let me be the anchor for that. Let me show you, what to do out here. But instead, he chastised him.
But Steve brought up a great point with Butler. He got it the hard way. Remember? How he came up. You said he was homeless.
That's right.
So he see these young cats, man, getting checks. They ain't made no all-star teams. Wiggins got 140 mil.
Oh, I see. I see what
He's
you're
saying,
saying.
man, these cats ain't working hard. From his perspective, remember how he went and got it.
Right.
So now he's looking at them. He like, man, y'all not putting in this work.
Right.
But to be fair to Wiggins, he did average 23, 24 before Butler arrived.
I see.
They kind of play the same. They both need the ball in their hand,
right,
to be effective. So I didn't think that was a mesh.
Right.
I knew that was flawed as well. But so it's going to be interesting to see how the entire situation play out. But thanks guys for tuning in today to the Proper Perspective podcast. We got this first episode. We got many more to come.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, share.
Oh yeah.
Comment. Let us know what you thought about today's show.
Oh yeah. Most
Some of the
definitely.
topics.
Yeah.
Chime in.
Oh yeah. We like to thank today's guest, Big Steve from Chicago. Thanks again, man, for coming through.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Truth, man. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Oh, for sure. And lastly, remember, you picked the proper time to get the proper information. This is the Proper Perspective, and we out.
All right.
Thanks all for tuning in to the Proper Perspective show today. If you want more content like you've seen in this video, please remember to click the share, like, and subscribe buttons below, and we will continue to bring it to you.